What's up, everybody? Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, back with another discussion video. And we're keeping our top 5 cards that I love to throw into pretty much every deck of their color going. And today, we have white. We've already done red, we've done black, we've done green, we've done blue. So today is white. And we're going to kick off here with number 5, one of my favorite cards of all time, and one of the most beautiful arts in Magic the Gathering, especially for those who like art style along the lines of like Guillermo del Toro's movies and things like that. We have Elish Norn, Grand Cinnabit, and she is a 4/7 for 5 generic and double white. So she is a big casting cost. Like, I am not going to have any delusions for you. It is a big casting cost. But she reads, Vigilance, other creatures you control get +2/+2, and creatures your opponents control just die. They get -2/-2. And in a format like Commander, where everybody likes to run tokens or little value engine cards that are 1/1s and 2/2s, it just reads, Wrath your opponent's side of the board, make your stuff big, kill them dead. She's a very strong card. She is a very hated card. I would say that there are probably better effects than her for less mana, but this series is cards I find myself throwing into every deck. And I personally love the Phyrexian Praetors. I just love, especially Elish Norn. Like I said, the art, the simplicity of the card, +2/+2, -2/-2. You can, like I said, one side Wrath to your opponent's board. If you're going wide in a deck, you can give your stuff essentially like an overrun ability, minus the trample, of course. It's a lightning rod for other things, right? Because people are going to see this and they're going to want it dead very, very quickly. But yeah, that is Elish Norn, Grand Cinnabit. Not to be confused with Elish Norn or Elish Norn, Mother of Machines, both of which I also enjoy thoroughly. Next, we have White Sun's Twilight, because we can't escape Elish Norn's visage yet. White Sun's Twilight, I love this card. I play it a lot in Arena. I play it a lot in pretty much all of my decks. It is both a Wrath effect, a gain life effect, and then it also could technically be a game-ending thing as well. It reads X in double white. It's a sorcery, and you gain X life, and then you create X 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature tokens with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. It's very important. Those little mites, they're too small. They can't block. And if X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. The amount of times that I've blown people out with this card by, doing it for like 8, 9, 10, blowing up all their stuff, me having a lethal amount of little toxic mites on the field is just, I have closed out a lot of games with this card. I have had it help me stabilize Wrath effect, and this is super important. So if you're playing like a Soul Sisters deck and you have to Wrath, right? Like you have to, so you're going to lose your Soul Sister. You can do this, and because of the way the card is worded, the mites will come down before the Wrath effect goes off, so your Soul Sister effects will see those mites and gain the life off of them before all the other creatures are eradicated. That's very important to note. A very fun utility card, and I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I'm a big fan of X casting cost spells. I know they aren't the most efficient and are prone to counter magic, but leave some mana up. Don't sink all like 25 of your mana into it. Next, we have Flare of Fortitude. I love this card. I love this card a lot. It protects things. So Flare of Fortitude is an instant for 2 generic. Double white from Modern Horizons 3. You may sacrifice a non-token white creature rather than pay this spell's mana cost. So if you have some Aristocrats effects in Orzhov or Esper, just any sort of white creature, sacrifice it. Maybe you have something that when it dies, it does something cool. But here you go. And then until end of turn, your life total can't change. And permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible. This is like less good Teferi's Response. However, it is very strong. I highly recommend this card. It is much cheaper to buy than Teferi's Response. And as long as you have creatures in your deck that are expendable, you should be able to play this card no problem. Just overall, very, very honest, good protection spell. Then at number 2, we have Wedding Ring. I love this card a lot. I am a big fan of drawing cards. I am a big fan of like group hug type strategies, and so I find myself putting this into a lot of decks. Wedding Ring is an artifact for 2 generic and double white. It says when Wedding Ring enters the battlefield, if it was cast, target opponent creates a token that's a copy of it. And whenever an opponent who controls an artifact named Wedding Ring draws a card during their turn, you draw a card. And whenever an opponent who controls an artifact named Wedding Ring gains life during their turn, you gain that much life. Pretty simple. I actually use this to great effect by bouncing it and playing it and getting all of my opponents a wedding ring. So we just all are married, and I get to generate so many fun things. And everybody does. It's a great group hug card. It's also a really strong politics card in that I will often play this and then give the wedding ring to the person who I perceive as probably most likely to hit me. And this is to incentivize them to keep me alive rather than kill me dead. It's like I said, it's a fun card. It's a silly card. It's not the most powerful card, but this is not a list of the most powerful cards to throw in. These are cards that I personally love throwing in to pretty much every deck based on their flavor, sometimes their power, and utility. And I think that this has a lot of flavor and utility to it. And then last but certainly not least, we have one of my all-time favorites in all of white. We have Flowering of the White Tree from Lord of the Rings. It is a legendary enchantment for double white. It says legendary creatures you control get +2/+1 and have ward 1. Non-legendaries get +1/+1. I love this card a lot. It's a really simple 2-drop. Giving creatures ward 1 is a lot more useful than what you think because it makes people's removal have to be taxed by 1. Giving your legendary +2/+1 is also pretty good, especially if you have a little dorky commander that normally can't get in for any kind of beats. This pumps them up a little bit, and it pumps the rest of your stuff up. I find that this is not only good in go wide strategies, but even tall strategies as well. Just overall, I really, really, really think that this is just a good utility card to have in pretty much any white deck. It was actually this and one other card, just like from Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings cards in general, I have a lot of fun playing a lot of them. I think they were very well designed. But yeah. Flowering of the White Tree, very strong. But let me know what your favorite 5 white cards are to jam in any deck are down below. Again, I'm having a blast reading through these. These have been great. I have decided that when we get to the multicolor, I will do each of the guilds. Then I will do each of like the, what do you want to call them? Wedges? Yeah, the wedges of like Esper, Jeskai, etc. But up tomorrow, we will have artifacts, and then we will have lands. One disclaimer on the land one is not all lands can go in all decks unless they are like generic colorless lands. So I do have lands that can't go in every deck, but they can go in every deck that they have the colors for. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, I'm Weston with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.